I'm live, it says. How exciting. Hi, everyone. I'm Jenn and I have never done YouTube Live before. So let's see how it goes. So I'm the producer and host for Neighbors to Know. I wanted to share with you today, somewhat briefly, because I need to go grocery shopping, and that could take 2 hours given what's going on. I would like to stop to flip the switch on a lot of things that I've been seeing over the past, well, I guess 3 months, but in particular today. I don't want to talk about the coronavirus. I'm sick of using that word. I'm sick of hearing the word pandemic, all this strife that's going on right now and the protests and whatever. I don't want to talk about that. It's all over the news. It's all over social media. I don't like the way people are being around each other as friends, colleagues talking to each other. There's so much negativity going on right now. And what stopped me in my tracks was this morning, I got up, I didn't go anywhere from my bed. I went on a Zoom church service, and then I realized that it was like 10:30, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is when the spaceship or shuttle, whatever it's called now, the SpaceX mission, was docking on the International Space Station. So I got off of the I got off of the church service and started watching NASA Live like a little kid, 4 hours. And I'm glad that I did, because it reminded me of several things, and I wanted to share those with you now, because the world's going in a place right now that I want to remind people of the positive things that are out there. So what struck me today, aside from I just find space travel and aviation and aeronautics just super cool. But what struck me was that it's been 9 years since we've had a mission, had people, humans, go up into space, which is a big deal. That was a 30-year-long space shuttle program that was just gone. I was lucky enough to actually be able to go into to Cape Canaveral, to the Kennedy Space Center, and I walked through the buildings because they said you can do that now because we're not going to be using them again. So it was neat to see how all of that came about. And I wasn't even aware that it's now commercial. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the commercial versus NASA collaboration. But what was really neat is that I watched the launch yesterday, and it went off. And I remember back when the explosion happened back in the 80s, I think it was 89 or 86, and I saw that on TV. So, people that have witnessed that or know about it, you're watching the space shuttle go off, crossing your fingers that everything goes okay, because we remember that, and it was okay. And they were up there, and then this morning they dock with the space station, and there's waiting to see what happens. And the coolest thing, it's weird that I'm actually getting teary right now. Maybe it's the pollen. The weird thing was, or the amazing thing, was that you had an American who is from NASA, government-based, who's opening the capsule to two businessmen. That's where the commercial part comes into it. So you're combining these two sides together, commerce and government. And then they come onto the space station, and they're met by two Russians that were on the space station. Now, rewinding back to when the Cold War was going on, back in the 80s, when I was in high school, I don't think people would have even fathomed having a Russians and Americans together in a picture, let alone up in the middle of space in confined quarters where they have to get along and work together. And here we are seeing this, which we probably never would have thought would have happened before. It was just amazing. And it was a moment. And I'm just looking across things have changed. There are negative things that are going on. So I'm just making sure this thing's still on. There are negative things going on in this world, but these other things we're not seeing, or maybe we're just not ingesting it enough. That there are these things that are happening that are good things, that are new things. And new is not always bad. We're in a position right now where, I'm going to have to go grocery shopping soon, and I have to wear a mask and, wash my hands when I get home and all of this stuff that's not, normal. but it is what it is right now. And I'm doing my part to not spread anything. I mean, I'm not positive at all. Like, I'm totally healthy, but whatever I can do to be part of things moving forward, I will be a part of. And what really pushed me to come onto YouTube Live, which I've never done before, so it is what it is that I've seen and heard so many people that are, especially on social media, that are just at each other, where they're arguing, political points, and they're arguing how people are being about this or about that. And there's so much disagreement. People are unfriending each other. People are arguing with each other. And I can't watch it anymore. And I'm on social media a lot for this and other things. I can't watch it anymore. There has to be a change. And I feel like this is the time when this was just thrown at us. Lots of stuff right now are being thrown at us. But you look out the window and there's blue skies, there's clouds. The weather in New England today is gorgeous. The trees are blooming. Things are happening that are good things, and you have to find those good things. And sometimes it might be hard, like people say. I don't really think it's hard. I think you just have to look. You have to make a change. I feel like nothing good happens if you're just stuck in the same. Change is scary, sure. But sometimes it leads to things that are absolutely amazing if you're just willing to take that extra step and go. I mean, today, for example, like, I broke out my curling iron, which I haven't touched. But then I went to go put my jeans on, which I've been wearing like solely elastic banded pants because I probably put on a good 10 pounds, literally, with, the pandemic and being stuck at home. But then 2 weeks ago, I started going out and I started walking every morning, and sometimes even jogging every morning. And I don't like to jog. I don't even like to get up in the morning, and I don't like to exercise, but I do it because it's a change for me. It's not like me to get up at the same time every morning, put on workout gear, and get my butt out the door. That's not me. Yet, when I put my jeans on and they, zip up, but I don't have love handles, that's a me that I like. So it's this switching of gears. Change happens. It might not look like what you want it to look like. Everything isn't bells and sunshine all the time. But make a switch. There are positive things happening. What's good about where you are right now? If there's one thing I could focus on with me talking right now, it's like, what good is going on right now? Did you eat a meal today? Good job. Did you wash some dishes today? Great. Did you get outside at all? Great. Even if you're still in bed from this morning, are you well rested? Great. You can find those small things and put them together. And nothing makes you right or wrong. It's just what is. And what is the kind of person that you want to be that's going to then compound itself into the world that we're seeing right now to make this world what we want it to look like. I mean, yes, people are out there protesting, things that are going on that should not really be going on. And there's the flip side of that, where how can you make a change starting with you? Starting with how you are being with yourself, to forgive yourself for whatever, not to be so hard on yourself, and to take care of yourself. And when you do that, it just changes the way that you're being. And then when you are around other people, or just talking to other people, or even Zooming with other people, you can pick these things up, even electronically and virtually. It has a ripple effect. And I see that ripple effect, that's how I see my own community changing. It's one thing that happens that's good. It's one little drop that's put in there. My friend Heather, which if you're on my Facebook page, take a look like 2 posts down. My friend Heather is a music therapist. I've known her since high school. And she's just like happy, silly, goofy. And she put this like awesome music, I don't know, what little song together where it's her and then it's her. And it's just funny. Seeing, I just think that's cool when you feel like 2 people at the same time doing their songs, whatever. But it's silly that you can make, little hand movements and whatever and sing a song. It's okay to do those things. She's outside. She's got beautiful flowers around her. It's those positive things just to hold on to. I'm hitting 10 minutes here, so I need to stop talking. But I just want to leave you with There are such positive movements that have been made all together outside of just, your immediate community. So think about those things. Think about how the world has changed so much. And then if things are going on with you personally and it's not working for you, what small thing can you do to make that change to something that's going to work? I'm not saying overhaul everything. That's almost impossible to keep up with. But if it's one small thing that makes you see, oh, there's this going on and there's that going on, and those are good things, and take those good things and have those thoughts monopolizing your head. That's only going to bring love and caring to you, and that ripple effect will bring love and caring to other people too. And then with all of that, we will see a different future. I don't care how kitschy it sounds. This is how things start. All of you out there make a huge difference in everything that you do. So take care of yourselves and find the good. And that good is going to make this world a fantastic place to be. So I'm going to sign off. And if there's anything I can leave you with, is just think about what is around you right now that's putting a smile on your face. It could be my good hair. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. Just find something good. And maybe tomorrow you'll find 2 things that are good. And just keep going with that snowball effect. And who knows where to land you. So that's all I got today. Have a wonderful rest of your day and have a wonderful tomorrow. Bye, everyone.